I opened the basement and heard my missing sister breathing. Everyone thought my sister was paranoid. She kept saying our dad was hiding something in the basement. Not drugs, not money, something alive. Dad laughed it off, said she was dramatic, said the lock was just old tools. Then he installed a camera facing the basement door. That's when she stopped sleeping. She started tracking things. Dates, Dad stayed home from work. Nights he checked the boiler. Times the camera feed cut out for exactly 11 minutes. She tried to tell Mom. Mom told her not to start problems. Then my sister disappeared. Police said she ran away. Dad cried on cue. Mom boxed her room like it was already over, but the camera stayed. Every night at 2:17 a.m., the basement feed went black for 11 minutes. I waited 3 weeks before breaking the lock. The basement wasn't storage. It was soundproofed, a mattress on the floor, chains bolted into concrete, a wall carved with tally marks so deep the plaster was shredded. I found my sister's bracelet tangled in the chain. Then I heard footsteps above me. Dad's voice came through the vent, calm, disappointed, like I'd made a mess. He said I wasn't supposed to see this yet. The door slammed shut. The camera light turned red. And from the far corner of the basement, something moved in the dark and whispered my name in my sister's voice. I stayed quiet after the door slammed. Not because I was scared, because I finally understood the rules. The camera wasn't there to watch whatever was in the basement. It was there to watch who went down. Dad didn't rush. He never rushed. He let the silence do its work. The light hummed overhead, steady, intentional. The chains were old but maintained. The mattress was replaced regularly. The tally marks weren't random. They were grouped, 7 days per line, years carved into a wall by someone who had nothing else to measure time with. I didn't scream my sister's name. I didn't need to. She answered from the corner, thin and calm, like she'd already practiced this conversation in her head 1,000 times. She stepped into the light slowly. She wasn't injured. She wasn't starving. That's what made it worse. Dad came down eventually. He always did things face to face. He told me the truth the same way he told bedtime stories when we were kids. Calm, careful, like it was for my own good. He said it wasn't about punishment. It was about control, about containment, about keeping the family intact. He said Mom knew. She always knew. Her job was to keep things quiet upstairs while he handled problems below. My sister hadn't been the first. She was just the one who asked too many questions. She didn't break. That's what disappointed him. She adapted, learned when to be silent, learned when to listen, learned how to survive by becoming useful. He told me the basement wasn't permanent. It was corrective, a place to reset behavior. He said now it was my turn to decide what kind of child I wanted to be. That's when I understood why my sister sounded different. She wasn't whispering for help. She was warning me. I nodded. I played along. I apologized. I said I understood. Dad always liked compliance. He unlocked the chains himself. That was his mistake. I didn't attack him. I didn't need to. I had already memorized the schedule, the camera outage, the timing, the routine. I had already sent copies of everything from my phone while the feed was down. The walls, the chains, the calendar, the logs my sister kept hidden behind the insulation. I waited until the police came. I waited until Mom's face collapsed. I waited until Dad realized control only works in silence. They didn't arrest him right away. People like him never go down fast. But the house was sealed. The basement was opened. The story broke. Neighbors talked. Old friends remembered things they'd ignored. And my sister walked out into daylight without looking back. She lives with me now. She sleeps with the lights off. She doesn't whisper anymore. Dad is still in court. Mom doesn't call. The house was sold. The basement was filled with concrete. Nothing down there moves now. Nothing breathes. Nothing watches. Some families protect their image. Some protect their secrets. And some finally tell the truth when there's nothing left to lose.